Hi everyone, this is Mindy Eggen and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be creating a bridge card. Now this design has been around for quite a while, but this is the first time I think that I've ever created a bridge fold card. This design is really great because it's something that can be propped up on a table or a desk for the recipient to view, and I was pleasantly surprised at how easy it was to create with no special dies needed. So I'm jumping right into creating some of the elements for my card. I kind of started the video mid-process, thought I would film this for you. This is using the Concord and Ninth Magical Days dies. In that die set, there are these two unicorns, each facing different directions, and elements to kind of decorate it and put it together. So there are little pieces for the hooves. I did some gold mirror cardstock for the horn, and for the tail and mane, I used my Copic markers to kind of do a rainbow color combination. You may also notice there are some little rainbows at the top of my screen. I die cut a bunch of those. I didn't end up using them on my card today, but I did set them off on the side to use in a future project. There are a few other elements in the Magical Days die set, including a long cloud line that I'll be using later on, and also a banner die that matches the sentiment stamp set that coordinates with this. Now, after I had the mane and tail colored, I'm just adding it on with my liquid glue. Adorable little unicorn, and there's also a little piece for the ear. Now with the coordinating stamp set, there are some little images on there to stamp the face. So here's a look at that stamp set real quick. I'll show it again later on in the video, and I'm just going to use mushroom ink. I thought that was just a nice, it wasn't so dark as black, and it still added detail to the face. There's also a little piece for a muzzle that you could have die cut, but I just left it off for now. And then there's a little circle stamp set that I'm stamping on the unicorns with Honeysuckle Ink. Now for the bridge card itself, I have a piece of Aqua Sky cardstock here cut to 4 1/4 by 8 inches. Then on one end, I'm scoring it at 1 1/4 and 2 1/2. Then I'm going to just flip this and do those same score lines on the other side. Once I have my score lines down, I am going to start by the inside score line and folding that in. I'm going to reinforce that fold with my bone folder, and then that outside score line, I'm going to fold out. Then I will just turn my cardstock and repeat those same steps on the other side. So what this is doing is kind of creating a Z fold here, but you're going to be able to see to the inside of the card, and then you'll notice once I have this all folded, it's going to stand up real nice. So you could do it just like this, but the second I saw the cloud die in the magical die set, I knew immediately I wanted to add a cloud border towards the bottom. So this is that cloud die. I'm just using some white cardstock that is cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and die cutting that out. And then once these panels kind of stretch open a little bit to where it's supposed to be, it's going to fit nicely towards the bottom. Before I attach anything, I want to do some decorating or stamping of my background. So I'm using the Magical Days stamp set, which is a turnabout stamp set. Included in it is this template, and if you haven't seen turnabout stamp sets before, they are super, super fun. This is a smaller one than what I've normally done, but the same thing applies. You take that template and line it up over your cardstock. I have a piece of white cardstock that's 4 by 4. I lined that clear plastic piece over the top of the cardstock that says this side up, and then lined up my stamp set over that template. I picked up the stamp set with the door of the MISTI, removed that clear acetate sheet, and then I stamped my first color in Oceanside. I'm going to clean my stamp, turn my cardstock just once so it fits back into the corner of my MISTI, stamp again, this time in Honeysuckle Ink, and then just repeat. Clean my stamp, turn my cardstock. Now I'm coming in with Aqua Sky, and I absolutely love this color combination. I used it throughout my card here. I thought it was just such a pretty colors and very magical, and I love the design of this stamp set. Now this color is Sprout. You want to make sure that each time you're turning your cardstock, and then we have this gorgeous design. It really makes for creating backgrounds very quickly with a lot of interest because you can use different colors. Now I decided I wanted to add some more clouds, and this time going into the inside of my card. So I'm die cutting those clouds again, lining it up with my previous one so I can go a little bit higher. And then I'm holding that down with this new PIXIE tape from Therm. I have my cloud panel trimmed to 3.5 inches long. The height is totally up to you, and I'm scoring it at 1/4 of an inch on each end. Then I'm going to once again fold that over and reinforce those with my bone folder. Now that I have the main components ready, I can start assembling my card. So I trimmed my stamped panel down, and I'm adding some dot runner behind it and putting it in the inside. So this is my background to my whole bridge card. Then I'm going to take some liquid glue and add it to the side, one side of my clouds that's going in the back or in the inside of the card. The reason I'm using liquid glue is because I have a little bit more wiggle room. I had messed up a few times because I had used some double-sided tape, didn't place it in the right spot. So liquid glue, definitely a benefit because I had a little bit more wiggle time to get this right. And then I'm just placing those tabs kind of in the middle of that panel. So then once this folds over, it's going to fit nicely in an A2 size envelope. For attaching my cloud to the front, I'm just using liquid glue and applying it to the bottom of that front panel and then attaching those clouds. And I just love how this came out. I think it's so super cute. And I'm going to put my unicorn right on top of those clouds, just adding a little bit of dot runner. You just want to make sure none of your adhesive is going past those clouds because otherwise they won't be able to open their card. So there we are. I flattened it. It's perfect. I love it. The last piece to my card is going to be my sentiment, and this is using the Magical Day stamp set. Now this stamp set is really fun. This one's going to say have a magical day, and it's skipping every other letter so you can have fun with colors on this. So I stamped the first set of letters in Honeysuckle Ink, and the second one I lined up right in between those letters. It was very easy to line up, and I stamped that in the Aqua Sky. I actually stamped it a couple times to kind of just make it a little bit darker, and then lining up this coordinating banner die over that to die cut it out. So when this die cuts out, those flag pieces are actually separate. So in order to put this across my card front, I'm adding liquid glue to the very edge of one side, and I'm going to attach it to that flag piece, just kind of offset a little bit. The flag piece kind of coming down just to give more of that illusion of a waving banner. And this fits perfectly across the front of the card. I was really happy this was going to work out. It doesn't leave a ton of room for attaching, but I just added a little bit of liquid glue to the very edges. Once again, make sure none of that glue is going past your blue panels, otherwise you won't be able to open the card. So there is a really quick and easy way to create this bridge fold card design. It'll fold up, fit in an A2 size envelope. You open it up and it stands up on the desk. It is really cute, very simple, pretty quick to put together, and there's lots of variations to this. So I'm really excited to try more bridge fold card designs. I will have all of my supplies listed down below in the video description and over on my blog as well, along with a bonus card that I created that I would love for you to check out. If you want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so YouTube lets you know when I post a new video. Here are a few more videos I think you may enjoy. Thanks so much for stopping by.